Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we'll look at a very instructive game that a student of mine and I played a couple of days ago. We faced my favorite opening, the London, and in this video you will see how to play against it, especially considering how popular it is already became on the highest level. My student's name is Sujay. He's rated about 1700 and he is getting better and better. And he came up with some crucial ideas in this game. So I'm going to move this game to lead chess because it's easier to analyze it there. And let's take a look. d4, knight f6, bishop f4. The London opening. We played d5, which I believe is the best setup against the London. The idea being c5 and knight c6 if allowed. Opponent played d3. We played c5. White played c3, completing the pyramid of the London. Knight c6, and our opponent played slightly inaccurately. The best move here is knight g2. Opponent played knight f3. The problem with knight f3 is it allows queen b6, which we played, attacking the pawn. The problem for white is if he plays b3, he weakens the dark squares a little bit. And we can, for example, take, if white takes this way, we can already try to do something over here, develop our bishop, play e6, play bishop b4, play rook c8. If our opponent takes the other way, then this pawn becomes a little bit weak. And again, black is more than fine here. If white plays queen b3, we play c4. And if white takes, this is very pleasant for black. I will show you a game in the upcoming videos which provides a very good demonstration how to play these positions. And if our opponent instead plays queen c2, we have a very nice trick, bishop f5. The problem is this queen needs to protect this pawn, so if the queen takes, we take here, and black is winning. And so white has to play queen c1. This is why, by the way, white has to play knight d2, because in this world, queen b6, queen b3, c4, queen drops, bishop f5 does not work because the knight moved, which means the rook is not going to be won by black. For example, bishop f5 takes, and this just does nothing because the rook can move because the knight moved. Let's get back to the game. After knight f3, queen b6, this is why our opponent played queen c1 right away, which is not the most terrible move. And here computer wants to take right away. We decide to bring our bishop out first. Our opponent developed the knight. We play d6 to open the door for the other bishop. Our opponent played knight h4, and here we did not play the best way. The best one was bishop e4. The point is we want to provoke f3. If white takes the bishop instead, it's a little bit difficult for this knight to make it back home. Let's get back. We drop the bishop immediately. For some reason our opponent played bishop g3. It's unclear to me why. I don't think this move does anything. Here computer wants to take immediately again. We play rook c8, which is slightly worse. But the point is we have a threat to take. And then, again, if he takes there, he opens rook. For example, let's give white a stupid move. Pawn a3. Now we can take. Take with the pawn, opens the rook. So we will eventually be able to take. Not right away, by the way. But eventually this is extremely unpleasant for white. And if white takes this way, now we can actually take and open the rook. This is why our opponent took our bishop first. obviously we took with the h-pawn, opening our rook. And opponent now played knight f3, providing extra support to this square, which makes sense. We played knight e4. This is a very, very nice square for the knight. We also threaten to take, because if white takes this way, he loses the rook. If white takes this way, then his pawn structure is very damaged. White played bishop f4, and here the best move is either bishop e7 to prepare g5, or pawn f6 to prepare g5. We played g5 right away, with the idea to distract the knight from this square so that we could double take. It's not bad, but it's worse than f6 or bishop e7. Okay, opponent took, we took back, opponent took. Now we can take on g4. Opponent took with the knight. We briefly got pinned. It looks like we're losing, but we have a nice move, bishop c5. The point again is, if pawn takes, we check, and we win the queen. If bishop takes, we take the bishop, and he cannot take us back. And if he takes with the pawn, sorry, if he attacks our bishop with the pawn, we can take this pawn because of this pin. So opponent played queen z2. Opponent again rated about 1900. Now there is no more pin, so white is simply threatening to take. We saved our knight. He traded bishops, takes. He developed the bishop and threatened to ruin our pawns. Computer wants to play g4 here. I decide to just drop the knight. That's a pretty decent knight. White improved the rook, maybe their ideas of pushing. We play knight c4, attacking the queen, here in the pawn. Again, if white takes, this is pleasant for black. White cannot castle, this pawn is attacked. Black rook can come into the game, maybe through here. This is why opponent played queen e2, saving the queen. We play king f8. We don't need to castle, our rook is very happy over here. Opponent castled. We played queen c6, obvious reasons. We want to checkmate. White stopped our checkmate, pawn h3. We improved our knight. The knight goes to e5. There might be an idea somehow to get the knight to this square. Also, we don't mind to trade and bring the rook. Opponent moved the bishop. Computer wants to bring this rook. We brought the other rook, which is also okay. The rook is trying to go to the king side. Opponent play rook e1, attacking our knight. And here Sujay came up with a very, very nice move, knight g4. Because this rook defends the knight, white cannot take with the queen. If it takes with the pawn, now we can checkmate, queen h2 and queen h1. Very nice move. And the other point is we are threatening checkmate anyway, so white has to react. In the game, white played queen f3, giving the king some running room, and here Sujay came up with another very nice idea. We played queen h2 first check, and then rook f4, attacking the queen, but also hitting this pawn. Our opponent here resigned. Very nice instructive game. Remember, if you're playing in the London, remember this idea. Your opponent needs to play knight g2 in this position. If they play knight f3, in this position, we can play queen b6. And I will show you more lines and variations how to take advantage of your opponent when they misplay this. Another idea to remember, sometimes before playing e6, it's a good idea to play h6, because in case of knight h4, you can keep your bishop safe and alive, which is something you need to do. Another useful idea in the London. And as a whole, I hope you enjoyed this game. To Sujay, keep improving, keep playing. I'm excited to see what you will accomplish in the near future. And everyone else, thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Help me get to 1000, and I will be back soon. Thank you.